Hi everyone, the poll has spoken. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing my recent favorites. I'm going to be doing media, skincare, self-care, and then fashion at the end. This is the first time I've made this kind of video, so I hope you like it. I'm actually going to try a new drink on camera too. Revolutionary. If you know anything about me, I am absolutely addicted to fizzy waters. Today I have Topo Chico and lime with mint extract. Let's give it a go. I like drinking my fizzy waters like a 40-year-old man. So we have my thrifted fancy whiskey cup with melted ice because I took too long to start this video. Anyway, let's open this. Do you hear that? I like that. I don't really taste the mint though. They're liars. This just tastes like lime. Okay, let's get into it before you click off. Starting with books, the first book I thoroughly enjoyed and want to talk about is The Quiet Tenant. This is a story about a serial killer who abducts a woman. What's really unique about this book is that it's told from 3 different people's perspectives. Very satisfying ending. I think I read this book in a week. Very fast for me because my attention span is shot. Highly recommend. Don't have it with me. I let my neighbor borrow it. The next book on the list is Bunny. I haven't loved a book like this in quite a long time. I will say I did have a lot of WTF moments while reading this, but I found it very funny. I love the way that it pokes fun at academia, how pretentious it can be, how diluted at times. I don't want to say too much and spoil it for you guys. I also don't have it because I let my little sister borrow it and she loves it so far. If you've read it, you will get this reference. That's all I'll leave you with. The third book I actually have, shocker, this one my neighbor actually let me borrow and it's called Mr. Magic. This book is basically like a Mandela effect. It's about a show that was set in the 90s that people don't thoroughly recall and even the members are hazy on the information and anything that people post about it online is quickly removed. Gives me very much like backroom vibes, very eerie. A little cheesy at times, but I really liked it. It's basically an allegory for religion, the concept of God, having someone watch our every move and how that impacts the way that we behave and our morals, etc. But yeah, highly recommend this one. Moving on to movies and shows. I recently watched Parasite the Grey. If you saw the anime, you will really enjoy the live action version. I'm a person that doesn't usually enjoy live action just because it ends up looking kind of cheesy, but the CGI is great in my opinion. The ending is just so satisfying. Shinichi. I'm probably saying that wrong, but if you've watched the anime and the show, you know what I'm talking about. Quick little mention, of course, Baby Reindeer. I think it captured a lot of our hearts. I just love the representation for men who've experienced SA and PTSD. Highly recommend the show. Trigger warning though, big trigger warning. It's really hard to watch. You know that one episode that's really intense. I had to do a lot of skipping because it got heavy. So the last show is The Ultimatum, South Africa. Girl, is that show messy. I feel like it's the messiest season of the show. I don't understand the concept. Like I do, but I don't know. I would never want to feel like I force someone to marry me or be with me. And I feel like a lot of the people or the couples, they use this time to like cheat on their partner. No one sets any clear boundaries, ends up being messy, full of lies, confusing people even more. But I feel like messy shows, highly recommend that season. Kanye's the worst though. I think that's her name. She's literally abusive and I will say I feel like the show needs to put limits on their participants. Like once she started doing what she was doing, they should have been like, all right, you're out of here. Anyway, on to the movies on my list. First, I have Late Night with the Devil. I watched this like 2 weeks ago, loved it. I love the fact that it makes you feel like you're watching a literal show from the 70s. I love the special effects. It really highlights the toxicity of fame and wanting to reach a level of fame and doing anything that you can to get there. I think because of my semi-religious upbringing, demonic things, spiritual things still get under my skin, so this was kind of spooky for me, especially when they try to hypnotize the audience. I did not look at that camera. The next movie I think is my favorite horror movie as of recent, and that is stop motion. It's gross in the best way. You watch the main character slowly lose her mind. I will say at first I was a little bit disappointed at the fact that, 90% of the movie is actually just like live action, live people, and like 10% is the stop motion. But my god, I loved when the two worlds were intertwined and like the main character is inside of her story, like stop motion story. Super cool. Highly recommend if you have not seen it. The next two movies are a bit older, quite a bit older actually. They were just on my like to watch list that for some reason I've been putting them off, even though I kind of knew I would love them. The first one being The Babadook. Wow, this movie actually creeped me out. I don't get creeped out easily, so it did its job. I love that we got to see like the actual monster, you know? I know some people like when the monster it comes on like really quickly, or like we only get to hear it, catch glimpses of it. We actually got to see the Babadook, and I love when movies do that. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera because the sun's going down and this is happening, so hopefully that's not too annoying. I like that this movie represents unprocessed grief, trying to put those feelings away rather than dealing with them head on, and how that can impact your mental health and yada yada. The last movie on my list is hella old, and it is Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Part 1. Oh my god, I love this movie. It cracked me up. I love the special effects, the clown makeup. It was just so good. If you haven't seen it, please do. If you're into like dark comedy, I think you'll really enjoy this. It made me want to give older movies a chance. I'm not typically into like 80s horror. I'm more of like a 90s, early 2000s, 2010s and up horror enthusiast. So if you have any recommendations, let me know down below. Moving on to music, aka songs that I have on replay. Starting off with Israel's Arcade. I found out about this band through the homies, aka Lover's Peak. They played a local show with them, and unfortunately I was sick that day, so I did not make it, but I am glad that I discovered them because they're pretty cool. I really like the song Car Crash by them. And of course, check out Lover's Peak. One of my favorite songs from them is Heart on Fire. The bass goes hard. Next we have Hunted Bands by Tanuki-chan. I don't know why I struggle to pronounce that so badly. I'm so sorry. I will put the names up here somewhere so that you guys know what I'm talking about. I really need to dive into more of her discography though, but I think it's a good place to start. Then we have Euthanasia by the Skin Cells, Alex G. Anyway, love the song. I swear I've listened to it like 100 times by now. I've been really into Spanish music. Not like from Spain, well, some bands, but music in Spanish. Why am I over explaining this? And even if you're not bilingual, I feel like you could still vibe with these. It's kind of how I enjoy Russian goth music, and I have no idea what they say, but it's still good. Starting off with Las Ligas Menores. This is a band that I listened to when I was younger, and then I forgot about and then rediscovered. You know how it is when that happens. But anywho, my favorites are Accidente de la Mano, 1200 Kilómetros. Check those out. And then these next two bands are a little bit older. A band from the 80s called Alaska y Dinarama. I recommend starting off with Como Pudiste Hacerme Eso Así. It's just so good. The way I found this band is somehow through my younger sibling. So they're like super into 80s music, and she made me like an 80s playlist so I could stop listening to my sad music over and over. The algorithm combined me listening to Spanish music and 80s music, and then I had a baby, and then they delivered Alaska y Dinarama, and I am forever grateful. Last band is La Gusana Ciega. I love that name, and the song is Californica. Oh my god, this is like my summer song. It is so good. Oh, I got two more music recommendations. Vitamin String Quartet performs The Strokes and Radiohead. So this is basically just instrumental version of, I forget what album it is from The Strokes or Radiohead. Those two albums got me through college. I would listen to them while doing assignments, and it really helps me focus. And recently I have revisited the albums while doing notes for work, and it really helps me focus and get through my notes, because my god, is it painful sometimes to do those notes. Like, please, I just want to do therapy. No paperwork, but it wouldn't be ethical to have a robot do our notes for us. At least I don't think so. Not yet, maybe. Anyway, I'm one of those people who, if I'm doing a task like writing or just something for work, I can't have lyrics because I want to sing along and my brain gets so distracted. So the only thing I could do is instrumental. That's it. If you have the same problem but you still want to be able to listen to music, highly recommend these two albums. Next, I'm going to talk about skincare, hair care, and wellness. Starting off with sunflower oil. I don't know if the brand matters. This is just the brand that I went with. I'll also link it down below. But anyway, oh my god, this is the best oil I've ever used for removing my makeup, for moisturizing. Every other oil that I've ever tried leaves a like sticky residue behind that I hate, and it just feels like it's clogging my pores, and this does not. It actually dries down when you use it. Doesn't break me out, and I am extremely breakout prone. It's actually on the list of safe oils for acne or problematic skin, so highly recommend. And pretty inexpensive too. I'm sure this was like less than $5. Next we have the Amika Instant Shine Mask. This is a holy grail item of mine. My hairstylist recommended this a couple of months back and I love it. I don't use this every day though. I use this like every other hair wash, maybe like once a week. I feel like it will weigh down your hair if you use this too much. So just keep that in mind if you give this a try. It's one of those products you can feel working in the shower. Like I leave it on, leave it for a minute, and like my hair is so silky and smooth, and it definitely helps with the frizz and the damage because I do dye my hair. Unfortunately, it does not come out of my head like this. I know, so sad. If you've been looking for a conditioner that actually makes a difference, highly recommend. It is a little pricey, I will say, but it's worth it in my opinion. Trust me, if I find a drugstore equivalent of this, I'm there. For now, this is the thing that's worked for me the most. And it actually smells really good, if you were wondering. Next we have magnesium. I've been hearing about this from everyone. My mom too, she's been like, you need to try magnesium. I suffer from insomnia pretty badly, like the week and a half before my period, and this has helped tremendously. It helps me feel so relaxed. I don't take it during the day because I find it makes me a little sleepy. I do want to test it out for my anxiety though. Maybe I could balance it taking this with coffee and see if I'm less anxious throughout the day. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. Well, talk to your doctor first. I am not a specialist or expert or anything like that. My next favorite is this magical tea, and it is by Bigelow, and it's the ginger peach turmeric tea. I feel like I said that funny. This is my last packet actually. I just placed an order to get like 10 of these boxes because I love it so much, and I'm like, why not just buy it in bulk already? Ginger and turmeric are so beneficial for different things. I specifically take this tea for my PMS and PMDD symptoms. It does help a lot with my cramps, tummy ache, and nausea that I always get a week before my period. It's pretty bad. Highly recommend this tea if you have similar issues to mine. The last category is shoes and clothing and accessories. You guys probably guessed that these would be in here. So they are the 14i Doc Martens with the zipper. I bought the ones without the zipper, vintage for like $35. Girl, I barely wore them because they are just such a pain to put on, and I was like, I know I need to upgrade. So for my birthday, I got these for myself, treated myself, and they are my favorite shoe. Literally wear them 4 to 5 times a week. My next favorite is shoe related, and they are Hiii socks. And these magical socks have padding in the back, as you can see here. Hiii sent me these socks a little while ago, and I'm obsessed with them. They have different lengths. They also have some frilly ones that are dirty right now. These are awesome. They really make a difference, especially with Doc Martens. I thought these weren't painful. They weren't painful because I was wearing them with these socks. I wore my Hiii socks with these. Girl, my feet were in so much pain. If you're trying to break in Docs or uncomfortable shoes, get yourself a pair of these socks. I promise you. You will not regret it. I have a little code for you guys if you want to use it. You don't have to, but it's there. Next we have Levi's jeans. I believe these are called the baggy dad jean. You have no idea how long I had this pair of pants in my closet, and I could not figure out a way to wear them for some reason. I don't know what was my deal. But anyway, I'm glad I rediscovered these. They have quickly become my favorite jeans. They're just so comfy and the perfect amount of bagginess. I'm 5'5", typically wear a size 28. If you want kind of like that baggy look where they kind of fall off your hips, do size up. I got a 29-30 and these fit perfectly. I love them so much that I actually got them in black, and I got them in a light wash. They were on sale. They're usually like $100 and I got them for $75. Sorry, I can't stop talking about this next item, but it's a Hollister skirt, pleated skirt. right here. Love it. Can't stop wearing it. I think the reason being it is long enough for my body type and I actually feel comfortable in it. Very cute, easy, literally throw on anything on top of this and it works. This paired with my docs, it's just so me. Next I have two bags that are my absolute favorite right now. First being this chrome city bag. Oh no, the lighting is getting weird, I'm so sorry. Hopefully it's not dark. Okay, I need to hurry up. I actually collabed with them a month ago. I created a little reel for them. I'll post it somewhere here. I absolutely adore this bag for thrifting and just when I feel like being hands-free. Looks like that. Very cute. My favorite is all the compartments that it has. Like it even has a hidden compartment back here as well, which is handy for putting cash or cards, whatever, so that you feel safe carrying it. Of course, I had to put some personal touches, which I think made me like it even more. Next bag is this 100% cotton, I believe. Not cotton, linen. Linen. I don't like calling it hobo bag. That feels wrong. So I say boho bag. I don't know if that's the correct term, but that's what I'm calling it. I'll link the seller down below. It's the best. It's comfy. You can make the strap as short or long as you want. And as a bonus, it does have a little compartment. It's super handy. As we all know with these type of bags, like everything gets messy in there. And if you've been looking for a bag like this is a great option. I believe it was like 30 bucks. I got it on sale too for like Mother's Day or something. I'm not a mother. I'm an older sister. That counts. My next favorite are pins, and I love collecting them from shows, vintage markets. I'm extremely gutted because I went to a vintage fair recently. I got the stupidest little pin with the stupidest saying that I was obsessed with, and of course I lost it. Like immediately it fell off my bag. I just hope that it ends up in the right hands. The point I wanted to make about pins is someone recommended in my comments, because I was complaining about ugly merch and specifically like ugly t-shirts at shows, and they were like, girl, just get pins and patches and you're good. And I'm like, duh, like hello. So I've been doing that. These two are new. Easy, inexpensive way to accessorize your clothing, accessorize your accessories. I like putting it on like the side of my hats. I just showed you my other favorite, and that is this little baker boy hat that my sibling got me for something. I don't remember. I've fallen in love again with these type of hats because of my short hair. I feel like these hats and short hair are meant to be. If you want to add something a little more fun to your outfits, try a baker boy hat. The last two favorites are actually places. Starting off with the Silver Lake Flea Market. Specifically, go on Fridays though. I visited my bestie in LA for a quick little trip over the weekend, and it was the first time I checked out this flea market. I like it because of its size. They have a great selection. Sometimes with these flea markets, there are so many vendors that I am just overstimulated, overwhelmed, like I can't. This was like the perfect size. Everyone was super friendly, and I actually got this t-shirt that I'm wearing here. I've been really into these, like, what did my friend call them? Haunted doll tops, Victorian-esque tops. Oh, and I also got this really cute vintage 90s like baby doll dress that I'll show you. Looks like this. This is in my color palette. It's a little longer too. I needed dresses for work. Things that hit right above the knee. This with my loafers, my little frilly white socks. I'll probably wear this to work tomorrow. It's like 90 degrees, so. The last place that I want to recommend is Vintage Land in LA. I believe this is a newer flea market. It is actually a rooftop flea market, which I found pretty cool. Free parking, free entry, which is like not always the case. Also kind of like a mid-sized vintage fair, which I love. For those of you who get overwhelmed easily, highly recommend. I know this is very like California specific, so I hope you guys don't mind. I look at my analytics, a lot of y'all live in LA, so I think we're good. Unfortunately, I did not find anything I liked enough to buy or just like wasn't my size, and I'm trying to be very stern with myself. Still fun to browse though. Oh, they also have like drinks and food and stuff like that, which is nice. The only thing that I did buy was from this, I don't remember her name, but I'll put her handle somewhere on the screen. She hand makes jewelry, and I bought this piece right here. It's sterling silver, very cute, very me with the stars, a little like 90s balls. I've been wanting to incorporate more bracelets into my look, so I think this is a good start. That's all the favorites that I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your favorites in the comments. I would love to hear about them. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye.